Kawhi Leonard driving to the basket, dunks on the entire Sixers defense.
An exclamation point on the first half. I mean, he just glided in, man.
Yeah, he got a little lift, put his elbow on the guy's shoulder a little bit.
Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that in real time.
Up.
Yeah. Wait, Kawhi wasn't done. This time, Rises puts Joel Embiid on a poster with the one-handed dunk.
Oh, he quick dunked him on this one. Got up before him.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, man, I guess his stomach was hurting, his head was hurting.
His play was hurting.
Was hurting last night. Nuggets, Blazers. Paul Millsap misses the layup, but Jamal Murray there for the grown man putback slam.
Nuggets 1 game away from officially proving me wrong. Called them pretend contenders. You make the Western Conference Finals, you are not a pretend contender. One more win, and they do it. They were dominant last night.
Okay, that's a half an apology. What about the center? What about that dude?
He's not in the highlight.
Nick.
I'm going to get to Jokic.
More Jamal Murray. This time, Euro steps past the D, finishes with the finger roll.
Okay, what about me being right? Nick, are you ready to make him in superstar status?
Who?
Jamal Murray.
No.
Almost?
No.
You have been impressed with him.
I've been impressed.
Okay, there we go.
How about this? You saying that one day he could be top 5 in the NBA in scoring?
Yep.
Now that I am saying.
Okay,
That
nice.
I will get on that trip with you.
So much love on this show. Moving on to Rockets, Warriors, pivotal game 5 tonight at Oracle. Word on the street is that Golden State might be reeling after 2 straight losses.
The streets are talking, Jenna?
Streets are talking. I'm listening. Okay. After games where both Steph and Clay laid eggs after the team has seemingly forgotten how to play defense. But Draymond Green, he's not buying it. He praised the team's mindset heading into tonight.
I think our vibe is just great because everybody's just looking at each other like we know if we just correct the effort things, we're just fine. And so everybody's spirits up. Everyone's feeling good about the opportunity that we have, and we didn't feel this way after Game 4 last year. That's for sure. It was Andre just went out, and we even spent Game 4 trying to figure out who that 5th guy would be. And so there was just so many questions that need to be answered. Those questions aren't there this year. We know the answer to our problem. And, that's pretty exciting because, that's my department to lead in, and I know I'll lead in that department and bring it. And if I do, I have no doubt that everyone else will follow and we'll win.
All right, well, if Dre knows the answer, my advice would be to use it. Again, maybe perhaps you have it, so use it. What's the key to the matchup tonight, Nick?
Yeah, I totally disagree with Draymond Green, by the way. The problem for them in Game 4 was not a lack of energy. The problem for them in Game 4 and the reason that they weren't able to win Game 4 was they are not hitting three-point shots. Which is the reason they didn't win Game 3. And I understand that in Game 3, you can key on the Rockets getting so many extra possessions, the Rockets, the offensive rebounding. Game 4, it was about the Rockets getting the shots they wanted, the Warriors getting the shots the Rockets wanted them to get. This was a 17-point game. I mean, this was a game the Rockets had in firm control of, and then the Rockets damn near, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. There would have been an egregious loss if KD had hit that 3 or Steph had hit that 3 and forced overtime and the Warriors gone on to win. I don't think tonight's about will the Warriors bring the requisite energy. I think they will. I think they can bring that energy and still lose. I think tonight is about will Steph and Clay have a Steph and Clay game. I think tonight isn't about can this be a game where it's a 2-point game in one direction or the other, and 52 seconds later the Warriors are on a 9-0 run, because that's what they have made their name doing. And usually those 9-0 runs are a couple threes from Steph, 1 from Clay, because I don't think you can rely on Andre Iguodala to play 40-plus minutes or even 35-plus minutes the way he did the first 3 games of this series. Sean Livingston, who had been their most reliable bench guy, he appears to be done to a degree. So it's going to have to be that starting 5. And even if Draymond brings the energy, they need to make some shots from someone other than Kevin Durant. To me, that's the key for the Warriors tonight.
I think you bring up a couple of great points, one being Andre Iguodala. His availability, and I'm going to watch the beginning of the game. I want to watch. He got nicked in game number 4. He got tied up with Chris Paul there. Seemed like he tweaked his knee a little bit. He's had knee problems throughout his career. Let's see what type of health he's in. And I still believe that the amount of minutes he's got to play early in that game, and especially the head-to-head battle that he has with James Harden, because he has been the #1 defender on Harden when he's on the court, what toll that takes on him in the fourth quarter. Because in the fourth quarter, they had to switch, where he was not healthy enough or had the type of energy that, and KD called it out. And I got to give KD credit. He guarded James Harden those last 5 or 6 minutes in that fourth quarter. So I believe that's a key part to the game. Can the Rockets rebound the basketball? Can they do that? Because if they're able to dominate that, it stops Golden State from getting out. I expect Klay to try to have a big game. If he had a good start in game number 4, wasn't able to follow it up in quarters number 2 and 3. But we have to realize that where this series is and what this series is about. This could be one of the legendary series that we have seen in the NBA in recent history. Is this the team in the Houston Rockets that has battled Golden State the last couple years? Because this is the normal progression in being a champion. You face the champions, they knock you down, you retool, add a player here or two, go back at them. That's the
Throughout NBA history, this is how it's been done.
And I just believe this is going to be a great game in number 5. I do believe that most of the pressure is on the world champion Golden State Warriors.
And just real quick, the question for the Rockets is, are they the Chicago Bulls to the Golden State Warriors, Detroit Pistons, keep getting beat down by them, finally break through? Or are they the Sacramento Kings to the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, keep getting beat down by them and never break through? A team that, a big what-if team, a team that seemed like it should have been next, but never could get through the juggernaut in their conference.
On Iguodala, he is listed as probable with a hyperextended knee. He'll probably play, but we'll see if he's 100%.
Can I expand on the Iguodala thing before you move
Sure.
on that? Here's the concern for the Warriors on Iggy. He didn't play more than 30 minutes in a non-overtime game at any point all year long. The last time he played 30-plus minutes prior to this series was the overtime game against these Houston Rockets on January 3rd. First 3 games of the series, 32, 34, 41 minutes. So that is a 4-game workload plus the playoff intensity packed into 3 games. He's played less than his series average in game 4, 29, but that's well above his season average. That would have been one of the highest minutes game he played all year. You're now playing back-to-back nights. He has the hyperextended knee, as you mentioned. That's a real concern when they do not have a bench. Go ahead.
But all that being said, it took, you know, just Kevin Durant to have 2 great nights for the Houston to just barely beat the Warriors. I'm wondering how confident they must be going on the road. All you need is one more Warrior to step up, which is bound to happen. You can't have Klay and Steph and Iggy and everyone, Dre, all have bad nights again. It just seems like the Rockets are in maybe not as good a shape as you probably want them to be heading on the road.
Well, there's no team in the NBA has more confidence going against Golden State than the Houston Rockets. It's been well chronicled by my partner, Nick Wright, as far as their winning record during the regular season. Now with it being tied, they're the only organization that has said that's who we're going against. So it might look like on paper, yes, they still have home court. The Warriors do. Yes, they're still 2-time. Yes, but this is the team that has been gunning for this moment. In last year's moment, man, Chris Paul, he talking about Iggy got hurt. Chris Paul went down in game number 5. So game number 6 and game number 7, when the Rockets had it, man, the Rockets retooled. So it might look like it on paper, but to me, I always thought that Houston was going to be the team. If there was a team in the NBA that could defeat Golden State, I thought it was Houston. I thought it was their style, and they had that little swagger and confidence from the organization. And I believe that that little bit it means that kind of extra much in the semifinals here, Nick.
And to your point, Jenna, Klay was really bad in game 4, but Steph went for 30. The Warriors lost a game where Steph and KD went for 30-plus, right? So that happened. And you can say, well, is Harden going to play to that level? Well, he did all year. Harden in the regular season averaged 36. Harden in this series is averaging 36. And your point that if anyone can beat him, it's the Rockets. Since KD's been on this team, the Warriors are 32-5 in the playoffs against everyone but Houston. And they are 6-5 against Houston. Houston has played a high level for 2 straight years. We'll see if it continues tonight.
And Houston believes they can beat the Warriors.
They do not think the Warriors are better.
Yeah.
They're the only team in the league doesn't think the Warriors are better than them.
All right, take a break. Coming up, talk some Dallas Cowboys. Boys want to give Dak Prescott how much money? That's next on First Things First.